Well, not only are people paying attention to his words, they're paying attention to him and his wife. And Macron hasn't copped any slaps in the face from Brigitte Macron on this trip, as we all probably remember too well on that last occasion. But there have been some reports that she snubbed him as he tried to help her down the stairs of his jet. What's going on, do you think, with these two?
Well, look, the cameras are on them, Caroline, as they know. The cameras watch their every move when they arrive on these jets, arrive into countries. And so when he offered his hand to his wife, she dismissed him and didn't take it. And again, there's headlines on this. Now, read into it what you will. Maybe they're having a feud. Maybe she's just like, I don't need your help. But it definitely doesn't help their cause after that slap that many people discussed and were, questioning their stability of their marriage, which undoubtedly always happens when these things take place in the public arena.
Yeah, there's a lot of cameras around and people are watching very closely now. And to finish on some climate zealotry, a former boss of one of Europe's largest airlines has called out the aviation sector's pathological obsession with net zero targets. Peter Elbers of Indigo said in parts of Europe and in the Netherlands, certainly, a vocal minority is having a very significant influence on policies and direction. How has that message been received?
Well, it's very interesting, Caroline, because he was the boss of KLM, the Dutch carrier, for 8 years. He's now the boss of a carrier in India. And he said that the two continents are worlds apart in the way they treat aviation. And he has said it's damaging the industry here in Europe and the UK, and just sent a really strong warning that there's a minority of people who are having an awful lot of impact on these different policies that airlines have to abide by. So it's something that I think many people will pay attention to, but as to whether it comes to any change, that remains to be seen.
And so they should. They're very wise words. Sophie Elsworth, so are yours. Thank you very much for your time.